Hello, hello. How are you? It's Lisa. I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to look at when you need to trust what you can't yet see. So we're going to take a look at what is unfolding beneath the surface that's already in motion, even if you can't already see it. So this is probably a process, right, that you're already in the midst, and it's requiring trust, more trust to see what's coming next. There's probably something, well, I mean, there's always something that has happened or led up to. So we're kind of going to look at where, like, what you've already, what process is already in motion, what energy or guidance. And then what inner compass can you trust right now that will give you safe guidance through the fog or the uncertainty, and what will begin to reveal itself in divine timing. So what clarity shift or eventual outcome is coming when you're ready to receive it. Okay, let's take a look. Thanks for being here, guys. By the way, before I forget, because I almost just did, I launched a membership area, and there's a couple different perks. You can check out the membership tab or click join, and I think then it tells you what will be offered. But there's going to be an extra reading specifically for members only every week. And then you also get like this cute little badge thing, this cute little badge that I uploaded that will be next to your name. And I think your name is highlighted and stuff in live chats as well. So there's a couple of cute little things. There's just the one tier, the stars. I thought it was cute because I'm moon, sun, and you guys can be the stars in my sky. Yes, I am a romantic ass Piscean loser and proud to be one. So $6.99 per month. Come chill with this loser if you want. I love you so much. And let's see what's going on here with this cultivating of trust. All right. So what's unfolding beneath the surface? What energy, process, or guidance is already in motion, even if you cannot see it? Oh my gosh, I love this. Wow. Okay, look at the imagery. I love that. It's so perfectly echoed. You see how, well, maybe not so much this Fool card. Hold on, I want to show you a Fool card that this really reminds me of, and it's my favorite Fool card from my favorite deck. It's from the Spolia Tarot. The Fool card in this deck, well, this whole deck is gorgeous, but the Fool card is so, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, see the Fool in this deck? This. See the cute little girl, so free, dancing on the edge of the cliff. That totally reminds me. But this visual in general is giving me Fool vibes. This innocent sort of dancing on the edge of the cliff, not concerned, is very much the energy of the Fool. So, okay, what's unfolding beneath the surface? Well, the fact that you got the Fool for what is already, what process is already in motion, you've already taken a leap into something huge. Like you have already, like I said before, you're already in a process that is now requiring more trust. So it's not like this is something new. I'm not getting you're leaping out into like there's something brand new that you're making a decision you need to move towards. This isn't about trusting enough to take the leap. That is already in motion. It's already happened. But it's whether you realize it or not. Like even if you can't see it yet. So this is pulling back the veil a little bit to offer reassurance that something is happening in the unseen. And what's happening is your spirit, your soul has already answered a call, some sort of call, and it's moving towards, or it's pulling you towards it in unexpected but beautiful ways, romantic ways. The Fool is the energy of Uranus, so it's like expect the unexpected, expect to be surprised, expect to set out on a new adventure, to meet new people, to feel new things, to feel alive, to be present in the moment, grateful, sensual. To face challenges, but to sort of see it from this very pure-hearted, like, I'm an explorer and I'm on an adventure. Of course there's going to be challenges. It's just like challenge accepted. This card talks about wanting to celebrate and how the joy of doing what makes you feel good leads you to celebrate the power of your desires. So your desire pulls you into something, right? You follow your desire, or you let it suck you in. You trust it, essentially. You do something. It feels so good. It lights your soul on fire. It sets you free. It liberates you. It makes you feel reconnected to something pure and just precious and joyful, just innately good within you. And then suddenly you're not seeing your desires as some sort of like evil temptation to resist. You're celebrating the power of them. You're dancing, you're playing, you're hopeful, you're open. You feel a sense of achievement. You feel brave for all the right reasons and compensated for your bravery. This is you taking the leap, and you've taken the leap, right? But this is you feeling enthusiastic about it. You might be sharing, like rejoicing with other people as well. It's kind of giving me the energy of the Four of Wands, which is like sharing that with either partnership or community. It's like a party, quite literally. But the purer your heart, the more your sense of happiness will persist. And the future, with its anxieties about what might loom over us and spoil our celebration, is just another element that threatens to undermine our joy. So when we recognize the importance of the present, we're able to acknowledge our smaller achievements moment to moment, and then we achieve greater results in the future. We can celebrate the now, which is very much the Fool energy. Like I said, very present, very, again, knows that they're alive because they're not missing life. Like where they go, they are there. They're fully immersed in the experience. They're engaged. And you can't be that when you're defensive. You can't be that when you're super cautious or scared, or when you're not trusting. So there's a part of your soul, my loves, that it feels like has wanted to, it's like it's longed for something exciting and bold and maybe a little bit even like risque. You might have felt like you've played it safe for the last while, and you've done things and you've been like, it's not that you haven't been happy, but you're ready to break out of some sort of status quo. It feels like you want more. Your soul wants more. It sought some sort of adventure because it was ready to close out something else. Maybe you saw that there had been a fear or something unhealed that had held you back, and you're ready for a phase of expansion, you know? Maybe you closed something out that was holding you back. Like maybe you just closed out a relationship, or you dissolved or left some sort of community. And now as you move away from the past into the unknown, instead of feeling insecure, you're choosing to celebrate, because even as uncertain as things are, this is like taking an optimistic approach to the uncertainty. So a part of your soul is already actually kind of like lit up and turned on by what it's manifesting. Even by the fact that maybe it manifested the closure of something so that it could pursue something else. But this is a very free energy, free, light, joyful. I'm going to move with the currents of my desires, of my instincts, not my like lower compulsions, but where my spirit is inspired and pulled to go from a pure and free place. So that's already in motion. That is very reassuring. It's like if you don't currently feel brave or like you're celebrating yet because you don't feel like you can trust what you can't yet see, there's a part of your soul that is coming through very much as like your higher self and your inner child almost like together, combined. It's this part of you that has been longing to return to a state of like innocence in a way. Not naivety, but it's like you've seen some things, but you're setting out on a whole new adventure and you've got some things under your belt, and it's just a carefree energy, not careless necessarily. Because it's like you're choosing it. It's not just foolish, It's not ignorant. You're choosing to celebrate. You're choosing to approach some sort of new beginning. And it's because you're ready for it. Because whatever I feel you closed out, it was ready to close. Whether it felt heavy or not, it's just that era or that phase, that chapter was done. And so it feels really good. It feels like the first page of a new book that you are excited to like write and read simultaneously. Okay. What inner compass can you trust right now? What feeling, truth, or value within you is safe to follow? So this should help you anchor into your intuition, your body, or maybe a spiritual sense of direction. Okay. This oracle card. The Two of Swords in reverse. There's a decision you've already made. Like I said, this is mental so far, very strong mental energy. But you've decided on something, and essentially this is saying you can trust that choice. That's why your spirit has already started like moving, has already essentially invested, like bought the plane ticket for this new adventure, is already invested in what feels like quite a deep spiritual, emotional, tangible, like anticipatory way. Like you're getting excited about this now more than fearful or anxious because you have made the choice in some sort of way. Which means you have a strong inner truth, and it's safe for you to trust and follow. The truth of your own inner compass and discernment, which you may have based on your values or a specific very strong feeling that you have, an intuitive feeling, a feeling in your body, an emotional feeling. It could be anything, but you have that, and you are able to trust it at this time. This has basically just been one huge validation so far. It's like you are moving in, you're already aligned, and so your spirit is already moving towards something, and you're already in a state basically of celebration. This is a card of surprise though. So it's interesting because it's like you are choosing the unexpected path. Again, Uranus energy. You're choosing the unknown. You have made the decision to leap out into something that will surprise you. You don't know what is coming next. It's like a twist of fate, something you can't control, something unexpected that is bursting into your life. You've made a decision about it, and I think that it is to invest in it, to leap out into it. This is about welcoming the unexpected in your life, deciding to be flexible, deciding to see things as gifts rather than as an element of fear, because fate sends you gifts, right? And if you don't welcome them, If you, let's say, stay on the fence or afraid, you can generate more chaos and more instability from that space. But you can prevent your mind from resisting and just kind of go with the flow. Make wise decisions, of course, along the way, but let yourself be guided also. Essentially move with the flow of the universe. Because what you resist is what persists. Like when we deny certain things, it doesn't allow us to alchemize the energy. It basically like cements the energy instead. And so then in that way, the thing that we're most resisting, we carry with us. So the more that you can just accept how things are and open yourself up to things changing, because change is the only constant. So I see you deciding that you're open to being surprised. You're open to taking opportunities to do things that are unusual. You're opening to even surprising yourself. And also to offering yourself in a way that makes others not take you for granted either. And I don't necessarily mean that someone is taking you for granted in a negative way, but it's like people will realize that you are constantly evolving and shifting, that you are more than the sum of your parts, that you're always expanding, that they can't pin you down, essentially. It's kind of like a healthy, rebellious energy, like Aquarian energy. It's like I can be for you and invested in things that are close to me and be responsible and accountable in that way, but also still completely individual and unique and on my own adventure. But I can share that because you have this strong sense of self and individuality. There's something about that as well that you have refined or you've re-outlined. It's almost like your sense of self faded over time and you outlined it again. And now you have this fresh zest for life and you're excited to leap into something that could have scared you. You could have rejected or kept on like waiting for something on the horizon, instead of really taking your life into your own hands and making the decision not to let the unknown scare you, but to leap out into it with this sense of like, I'm going to dance through the unexpected. I'm going to fucking tango with these surprises that fate throws my way. I'm going to be a master of playing the cards that fate deals me. And I'm not going to be a victim. I'm going to take it as an adventure. And when I don't know something, I'm not going to make assumptions. I'm not going to cling. I'm going to let things fall apart, knowing that I'm strong and fulfilled and that I can always grow and things will work out in my favor. If I am open, if I'm pure of heart, if I roll with the punches and I allow my divine desire and arousal to make life my muse, essentially. And it makes it a lot more exciting and like passionate in that way rather than fearful. This is reminding me of how, in terms of like brain waves, fear and excitement are the exact same brainwave. And the only thing that separates how we experience, like whether we are afraid or excited and have like those excited nerves of anticipation, or whether it's like just fear that can limit us, is our perspective, like our perception in the moment, how we choose to see it. That is the only like physical or like neurological difference. Otherwise, it's just the exact same energy. It's the same brainwave. And so again, you're not choosing, you could have just as easily chosen fear here, but you're choosing to embrace surprise, embrace the unknown, know that that is life. And you're approaching life maybe in a whole new brand new way. There's a sense of confidence and being very secure in what you feel and what you want emotionally, what fulfills you and what doesn't, and that you'll cut off things that feel unnecessarily burdensome, that you can manifest with ease and you can manifest your way out of difficult situations or chaotic situations or grief, because you always carry enough love to bounce back. You always have enough bravery and spirit to create new opportunities. There's nothing to fear. But whatever this decision is, yeah, taking life by the horns this way, you can definitely trust the space that you made this choice from and allowing it to guide you right now. I don't think that you could be armed with a more positive, resilient, or naturally successful and expansive energy as you leap out into what you can't yet see. This is basically being optimally prepared for what you can't possibly be prepared for, right? Beautiful, flexible, mutable, open-hearted energy. What will begin to reveal itself in divine time? What clarity, shift, or like outcome essentially is coming when you are ready to receive it, which I feel like is pretty soon, pretty damn soon that you're going to be here. So the unknown won't last forever, and this is a glimpse of what is ahead. Okay. The Fool and the Tower. Good Lord. Mars and Uranus. Wow. Okay, well, now that you've told the universe, I'm open, like I'm boldly open. You've declared. A part of you has declared. It feels like you made up your mind mentally. Your soul heard that and was like, we're in, boys. Did you hear that? And then like your whole, all of your neurons and your cells started picking this trajectory, getting ready, like loading yourself in like a cannonball to be shot into something new. But it feels very like action oriented. It feels very exciting. I'm not going to lie, like super exciting, like action movie, adventure, exciting. The Fool, decisive, to live life to the fullest, to celebrate the little moments, to be present, to throw themselves into the curveballs that life offers rather than to shrink away from them in fear. It feels like you've overcome a great fear or burden, and it feels like a cycle, like something heavy, something karmic, something generational, ancestral, or just a fear that was very deeply conditioned or came from an extremely relevant, like reasonable place, like trauma. You know, you have recovered and liberated yourself from this on a soul level, on a mental level, an emotional level. And it feels like the physical level is next. It feels like taking physical action is what is going to happen. And I think this might even surprise you, exactly the way that this shift happens. Because I feel that this is you putting this into motion or being given an opportunity as well. It's like the universe, your intention collides with fate, with the universe. The second here that you basically say, I'm all in, and you open yourself up, the universe responds. This is very much reminding me of a specific quote. Let me see if I can find it, because I think that it's quite relevant. And it's by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. And the quote is, until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, that ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. That the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would have come his way. Whatever you do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. begin it now. So essentially what he's saying is the second that you truly decide, rather than being in a space of back and forth, fear, doubt, hesitancy, once you truly say like, fuck it, I'm all the way in, the universe rushes to meet you and will essentially create events all around you in your favor to support you. Things will happen that will seem crazy, but it's because fate favors the bold. Boldness is genius. It's powerful. It's shocking. It's magic. The people who achieve the craziest things are the ones that truly try. They commit. They decide, right? That they're not going to be afraid. And then they fucking do the damn thing. So I feel like this is you. You're on track to doing something beautiful. And even if you're leaping out into the unknown without a specific goal or direction even in mind, it's where you're coming from. It's the energy that you're bringing with you. It is the hope infusion. It's the flexibility, the openness to the unknown, the willingness to be surprised, to learn, to be shocked, to grow, and to find joy and meaning in the little things as well. But also know that you can pull yourself through anything that happens because you have this lightness of spirit and purity of heart. But this card, it talks about lucid dreaming, actually. So what will begin to reveal itself in divine timing? I feel like what's actually going to reveal itself is something that's going to come crashing in and shock you. It might actually come to you in a dream here. I'm going to clarify this a little more because I feel almost like it's two things. I'm kind of feeling like something comes to you in a dream that you then take action on. But it's almost like the only reason this comes to you at all, the reason you're actually able to receive this clarity that allows you to shift into some sort of powerful outcome here, is because you have chosen to open yourself courageously to the unknown. Truth can only ever really reach you when you're completely open, because as long as you're having some idea, right, like a fear around something that the truth could be that you're not willing to accept, or a stubbornness or inflexibility surrounding what you believe the truth to be, that you're not willing to move from or consider anything outside of, then the ultimate truth cannot reach you through those things. So it's like true discernment and truth can only come with complete openness and being disarmed and humble. And I think that you're choosing, again, to allow change to be constant, to be flexible, to be more open. And there's a softening about this, not the kind that makes you weak, the kind that makes you brave, not foolish, but courageous and able to bounce back and learn quickly. But there's something here that comes to you as an answer to this opening of self. And I think that it's a dream that shares with you a lot about a specific fear and maybe even helps you deal with that fear. Also, though, like what fantasies and desires come up in your dreams are also incredibly revealing. So those things could actually be tied together. There are useful messages and meanings, though, I feel like, that have consequences for your living life, like your daytime life. There's something here that your dreams are telling you. They're unveiling a key to understanding a new reality that you are unlocking. There's some sort of events, I feel like, that have been kind of troubling you in your everyday life, or that you just don't fully grasp. Maybe you've had a difficult time like moving past an experience or through a specific experience. And it's because there's something about that wants to break in to expand your awareness of it, I feel. And I think this is going to come to you in an unexpected way through dream, very soon actually, because you're already in this energy of having made this choice. Your spirit's already acting on it. Your whole self is kind of already responding to it. So now there's something coming up from your subconscious to inform, to support what you've already put in motion, it feels. And it's going to give you a lot of insight into both potentially an important fear and how to face that or deal with it, or how that might have been limiting you, and as well as something that you really want that is important for you to take note of because it's revealing something to you. So that might cause you to then take action here with the Tower. And it could be surprising action, like I said, action that even you are surprised by. Because once this hits you, you immediately know what to do, and you're already in this open and courageous energy. So it's like you just respond. And it's something about it is very powerful. So tell me about the Tower. What is this focused more on? Is it focused more on recognizing a fear? Whoa. It is definitely about recognizing a fear. Is it also about pursuing a desire? Yeah, it's about both. But there's a fear and a desire, just like I originally thought. The Hanged Man, that's Neptunian energy. There's a lot of planet involvement. Neptune, Uranus, and Mars here. No signs. So check these aspects, or check what's going on there in your chart, perhaps. There's also Scorpio energy at the bottom of the deck here. There's something shifting, and it can feel a little bit disorienting. And I think that that's actually what has been... what the fear has been connected to so far. It's a sense of like instability or becoming trapped in something, like hung out to dry, trapped in something that where you feel out of control. So it's almost as though you have seen the unknown through the lens of, I'm not in control if I'm leaping into something that's unknown. But life is unknown. So it's more the approach that you take to the unknown. Like the unknown is inevitable, right? I think that's what you've realized. But your approach to it is what really determines whether you live life in an empowering way or in a way, again, where you're shrinking or becoming a victim, right? Or just, becoming smaller and smaller, where you are fooling yourself. You want love, you want connection, deep connection, meaning, richness in life, beauty, magic in your life. And something needed to change or needs to change in the way that you express yourself in this new existence, I think. But that's the fear. I think you're going to get some insight into that, like feeling stuck, feeling trapped, feeling out of control, stuck in a state of weakness or submission as well, like where you are, this is coming through as very disempowering, confused, disempowered, stuck in something where you don't want to be, everything being, feeling chaotic. It's really a feeling of absolute like loss of control, or feeling just confused, hazy, and stuck in something and out of control. It's kind of like nightmarish energy. So I understand why that would be your fear. You may have experienced something like this in the past that had a chokehold on you for quite some time and really influenced you. And it could have taken you some time to come out of that, or to start, like it could have taken you a long time to get to the point where you're ready to look at the unknown from a courageous place and genuinely be excited about it again. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups. This is your deepest desire or fantasy is what it's saying. So you could also dream about something that feels like quite an emotional investment or a new opportunity in regards to love. You could also be dreaming about someone specific coming to you. Like for some of you, you're having dreams about a soulmate or about, Tell me about the Knight of Swords in reverse. Some of you, you've been seeking answers in your dreams. Those answers are now coming now that you've opened yourself up to truly receiving them. Something that it's like you didn't want to know and you were afraid that it was the truth. So you had a defensiveness against the truth in a way. And that was keeping you closed down to the unknown. It's almost like you were afraid a truth that you really didn't want to be true would be in the unknown. Or the repetition of something that felt like a nightmare to you. There's an answer you've been seeking about why something didn't succeed. And that's coming to you, and it has something to do with love. It could be a cycle that you still don't really feel is closed with something or someone. But I see you gaining answers surrounding that, something that's plagued you, it feels like, and it allows you to take action from the heart, from a genuine place of love. And I think that that's beautiful. Is there anything else before I let them go? Nope, that's it, my loves. You're healing something, though, that has held you back. You haven't felt like you could move forwards powerfully from a place of strength and emotional tenacity, conviction, and truth. You've healed something really deep. And you're coming out of a state of grief and confusion. Things are becoming very clear. You're seeing yourself very clearly from a quite balanced and tempered space. Wherever this adventure takes you, it's like you don't know where you're going, but you know it's not going to be boring. Was that Bowie that said that? Anyways, I'm sending you all of my love. Until next time. Mwah. Bye.